like maybe a waste. Even if draw was a little whiffy, they're gonna get that Wyvern again. No surprises there. And now I guess they're gonna go for that Fada hero. TA not picked.
Yeah, TA could definitely be an option for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Just a nice TA game. Of course, they've already got the Iron Shell to be able to purge that off. Cinderbrew as well, pretty good at it. So
5 seconds
wouldn't be a fantastic refraction game, but in terms of squishy heroes to blow up, Winter Wyvern is definitely an option. Dark Tia definitely another.
And the Leshrac is available. Last time they actually banned the Leshrac in the second phase, but it is open this time. So if they go TA, gonna have to play against the DM Leshrac. Even though they lost game 1, it felt very impressive. What else can they go for? Played that Morphling. Game 1, I think they played a lot of Ember, and the Ember is still available. This is a good Ember game still.
Radiant team pick.
Monkey King.
It will be the Monkey King instead for Ninjas in Pyjamas. So definitely feeling a lot higher tempo than their previous drafts, which is actually kind of what I want to see from them. I want to see them win a laning stage and then just kind of go to town afterwards and really show what they can do. Because, yeah, the close games are nice, but watching NIP dismantle people is also pretty fun as well. But of course, Aachen showing us already that they're not ones to be dismantled very easily.
Yeah, for sure. And I like this Monkey King. It's actually the same concept that they employed in game 2, where they have the Ember Morphling showing. And it's, Monkey King can be safe lane, could be even off lane, but that center is more than likely going to be there, and could be middle. So they can adapt to whatever Aachen plays here. But this time, NIP, they do have that last pick, so let's see if they're going to be able to use it to its full potential. In terms of heroes left here for Aachen, Drow's still available, so they could try and go for it, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a TA. It's a good snatch from NIP, and there's not that many damage assists, but they will get the throw instead. Also a flex pick.
Yes, yeah, exactly. One of these heroes which can play mid or in the safe lane. Now, I just want to take a quick opportunity before we get into the game to just re-emphasize the situation we're in. So, the way this tournament works is in these qualifiers, there's 2 group stages, 3 teams in each, and they play a best of 2 round robin. So everybody plays each other inside the best of 2. If anybody is drawing on points, then they have to play a tiebreaker, no matter where they are in the standings, right? So Wind and Rain is already out. They lost both of their games, but because NIP and Aachen both 2-0'd Wind and Rain and then 1-1 each other, they won 1 game against each other. That means they're completely tied. They both have 3 wins, which means they need to play as tiebreaker now to find out who's going to be top of the group. And that is very important for seeding afterwards because it's a double elimination bracket. And when they come into that upper bracket, the winner of this game will play up against the loser of the other group. And the loser of this game will play up against the winner of the other group. So that's where we are with the situation, just because it is a very confusing situation, but I just wanted to make sure everybody's crystal clear on where we stand. So both of these teams still getting through to the playoffs, but it depends on whether they get an easier or harder match when they come into those all-important playoffs.
10 seconds remaining.
They will resort to the DM Kunkka that proved to be amazing in game 2. So it's probably going to be a V-Tune Troll Warlord. Now NIP, try, that's actually pretty bold on a Kunkka. Because, the Monkey King could be middle, right?
Exactly. And Troll and Kunkka both don't lane particularly well versus Monkey King.
Yeah, and like Troll is a flex pick, but I don't think Kunkka is. I don't think you can safe lane Kunkka. In my opinion, they are set into laning that Kunkka and just leaving the Troll to the safe lane. So let's see what NIP will do here. They can, just pick a safe lane hero and leave the Monkey King middle. They could. I don't know why they would do that. Ooh. The Ace Special.
The Ace Special indeed. One of those niche heroes which he sometimes wiggles his way into a draft on. It's going to be the Ace Arc Warden to end up this tiebreaker. Is it going to be enough? Is this going to be the crux which really makes Aachen City fall here? They are the giant killers, Aachen City. They took down Liquid and they're looking pretty formidable against NIP. So I think this is going to be an exciting game.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be exciting. The Arc Warden, this game doesn't strike me as a great Arc Warden game or a bad Arc Warden game. It's just normal. There's no like range carry that you're countering that much, like a sniper or I don't know, a Terrorblade. And they do have a lot of control on that Kanka. So Ace, he will have to play from ahead, in my opinion, or else that Kanka can constantly just burst him down with the X combo. They have a lot of reach, right? You have Surge on any of these heroes on top of a Wyvern and Kanka. So they're going to have to play around the Arc Warden pretty well. I guess the Abaddon can mitigate some of that combo and the damage. And they also have a Stampede, but still looks like kind of a scary game for any hero on the side of an IP.
Yeah, the gank potential is pretty high. We'll see if they can continue to put on the pressure we've seen from them previously in this series. This time they do have the Centaur Warrunner. I really think this pick is pretty vital to NIP's survival in this game. The Stampede, and also being able to jump in and save heroes, especially like this Arc Warden, is going to be really important that they give Ace a good game.
Yeah, for sure. His lane here, he's a range hero, Dark Seer. Not particularly good because you don't build Stout Shield. You're going to be just less hitting under tower, taking a lot of damage. That being said, the Abaddon, I guess, will make sure that he is always at full HP and that he doesn't get dove. Or if he does, he survives. All right, let's get going. I'm excited for this. I think I used to spam Arc Warden way back in the day, and I want to see how the pros are doing now.
Gonna have some of that knowledge on the old Arc Warden pickup there as AC level 0 Arc Warden with 2 gems. Okay, someone's been in lobbies. Let's go. So, it's going to be Ninjas in Pyjamas versus Aachen Esports in this best of 1 tiebreaker as we find out who's going to be making it through as the upper seed to these playoffs. It's very important to make it through to this minor to get the easiest route possible. But of course, if you want to make it to the minor, you got to be better than anyone every way. Wait, what? Everyone anyway. There we go.
All right. So, I want to see how DM actually plays versus this Monkey King Middle because they knew it was a possibility. What the hell is the company doing here? They knew it was a possibility, and they went with it anyways. So, they might have something in store here. Maybe they feel like they can rotate onto this Monkey King and get kills because it doesn't strike me as an easy lane.
I think Kunkel was trying to bait out the ward, maybe?
30 seconds to battle.
As if he warded there? And
Yeah, I'm not sure. But
Okay.
PPD, he ain't falling for it.
That was not wise.
that was the voice, says the Wyvern. And on this other side of the map, we have the Shadow Shaman plus Centaur against the Troll and Wyvern. There's definitely some kill potential there, a lot of control on the 2 heroes of NIP. Aachen will have
The
to
battle begins.
pay attention to their position.
Oh, 33 will grab this Bantaroon at bottom, and it looks like it's going to be 2 apiece once again, so everything normal. It's funny watching the discussion about the tiebreaker rules. Do you ever remember, I think it was like right at the dawn of Dota 2, and there was one tournament which had a tiebreaker where you played a best of 1, which automatically cut off at 20 minutes, and whoever had the net worth advantage at that time.
I remember
Or was
this.
it most? I think it was most towers, and if you didn't have enough towers, it would be best. Yeah.
That was the dumbest thing. I don't remember which teams were playing, but that was like, it made absolutely no sense. This is not foot.
Good times. Yeah. So people saying that time limit is or matches based on time is the dumbest way to decide tiebreakers. No. There's been way worse. You guys are experiencing golden years right now as LeBron and Funnick start to cut this creep wave. They've got the double iron shell ticking down these melee creeps. Really getting to town on these dudes. A couple of spark races thrown out. PPD just trying to get them low with the mist coil as well, harassing as much as he can. Even bringing down his little monkey buddy to help him out as well. He's going to throw his poop at some people.
All right, so I was wrong. They are laning this Kanka in the safe lane. I think this is. I wouldn't like to see that in my pubs, but they are doing so well that I wanna say I always was up for safe lane.
Yeah.
I think no one's doing it enough. People should play more safe lane Kanka.
Very DM thing, isn't it? And that's going to move the Troll Warlord towards the middle lane to play up versus Monkey King.
Torrent connects bottom there.
Yeah, it's actually getting kind of low, backing himself away. Got to be careful.
All right. And yeah, I mean, this is definitely a better lane. I was a little scared for the Kanka, so while it makes sense that the Troll is metal, You know, he's still safe laning that Kunkka, and kind of like Ember, he's a hero that really wants that experience.
Nearly got hit by the brew there. If you'd actually popped that thunderclap, he might have gotten the kill. But luckily for Peter, he did manage to get the suicide off in time.
Yeah, don't want to give first blood away.
Nope. Saxa still skirmishing with Ekanata. Nobody really coming down to join him with this one. 33 is way too distracted by these creeps. He's using the illusions as well, and surrounding him, he's actually going to get the kill. Saxa has enough damage with the Mango and the Ether Shock. That's a solo kill, first blood. That feels good as the 4 position.
Oh yeah, and 33 starting to run out of region here, but he pretty much has gold for his ring, so...
LeBron goes for a suicide at mid. Yep.
All right.
Ooh, top lane. Ooh, he gets himself away. That was a nice TP out from Funnick. Meanwhile, another suicide as Shaman runs under the tower here. Do you think this is going to get changed?
I mean, it might be changed. I kind of like it. You know, I didn't like the jungle one because I thought it was too easy. But you know, the fact that you have to still, you know, sneak around and get into the tower, people might TP there, people might be close. I'm fine with it, but I can see why people, you know, would have a problem with it. Maybe.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do the same thing again. You remember when they changed the neutral creeps to give you your level 6 respawn if you died to them?
Yep.
I think they're gonna do the same thing when you die to the Dire or the Radiant.
Metal
being
Blade.
jumped on at mid. They're winning in 3 heroes. Fada trying to go for the TP out. Do they have enough damage to get him before he goes down? Yes, they do! Just in time. Fada will drop. Did the root come in from VT?
The root canceling that TP, man.
Dire's middle tower is under
Very,
attack.
very close. Very close.
That is a what? 10% chance. 10%.
Well, making it happen.
And they actually wanna go again. The Wyvern's hiding, but PD will scout him out.
Regen grabbed up by Knut as PPD will continue walk around, sitting on his horse or elk, whatever this thing is. Is it an elk? Mistral, apparently. There's only one thing I'd rather sit on than this Mistral. Do you know what that is, Bowie?
What is it?
It's a DX Racer chair. They are sponsored the Star League. Meanwhile, Funnick's going to go down up in the top lane. Saxa and Ace surrounded and bring down that Darkseer. No running away when you get shackled up.
Oh yeah. Still the Darkseer having an okay lane. Actually, way better.
Oh, they're gonna catch him. He's got the whirling axes, runs him down with the constant axe spam onto Fada in this middle lane. That's gonna grab him and kill again. You know, only 5 minutes in, but a very even laning phase to start this off.
Yeah, the Arc Warden definitely farming a
Centaur
lot.
as well. He's in some trouble. You're not allowed to talk this laning phase, Bowie. There's just too much action going on. X Marks is put out onto 33. Torrent to follow up as well, but they're actually trying to fight each other for the runes, but LeBron's not going to make it. PPD's going to grab that one, and Fada's already in position for the other one. Now looking for LeBron right now. So it's going to be 4 runes going the way of NIP. They're getting to work on this brew, and they are able to chunk him up. And there's that last rune going to Saxa.
It's actually pretty good for Nip. They kill the Darkseer top. They get the bounty. Now they're gonna shrine. Ace about to get level 6. He's having such a good laning stage. It's being mitigated a little bit by the fact that the Monkey King died twice mid already. So yeah, we're gonna have to see how much the Arc Warden can do this game.
Yeah, Fada actually heading down bottom for the time being. Really wants to lane versus this Kunkka now. So,
yeah, I guess. Fearing that mid lane a little.
Yeah, fearing coming back into those axes. So 33 going to try and spend some time in mid. Not sure how well that's going to go. Meanwhile, they get a kill on the top lane. Saxa and Ace are really taking control of this top.
So the troll, pretty big already. 3 Wraith Bands for Diffusal Blade. The Darkseer though, it started so well for them. Now he died twice, forced to jungle. This is not good.
No, and especially for a Darkseer as well. You know, if all the heroes have bad lanes, this is probably the one you least expect for it to happen to.
Especially versus the, like a range hero like Arc Warden. I'm very surprised they were able to kill the Darkseer twice. The Panda not protecting him anymore. He decided to go bottom, meaning the Darkseer is pretty alone here.
Radiant's top tower is under
Okay,
attack.
this is a big creep wave. They have to respond to this.
No one's coming
Dire's
top,
structures are
and
fortified.
no one's coming bot. It
Radiant
looks like they're trying to look into
structures are
trade as they just fortify on top of each other.
No, but they're not pressuring nearly enough. They have to come back. Okay, yes. We're gonna be able to defend, but that's half the tower HP. Ooh, this Darkseer dude, he's so alone.
Yep.
If at least he had a DX Racer chair, he would be comfortable. He doesn't have that.
You don't think he has that? How do you think he's this good if he doesn't have a DX Racer chair?
That is actually true.
Middle tower is under attack.
This might be their.
Yeah, so that's how Aachen's come into the spotlight.
Alright, so LeBron's gonna be farming Meadow here. Empty creep wave, Darkseer jungling. Where the hell is the okay, so he wants to move bottom. They do have level 6 on the Kunkka, so that's a great rotation. I think he was not scouted. He went through the bottom lane. Let's see if they can do something here.
Holding back a little bit for now, Vtune burying himself in the trees, seeing if PPD wants to come forward, or anybody else for that matter, and be a possible kill for Aachen right now. But he's TPing himself out. He's border waiting. He's heading top now. Very aggressive from Vtune, actually. Really kind of searching hard for any kills across this map, but not going to find any action. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Fada, nice dodge out on that thunderclap.
Yeah, I think he's not forced to rotate, but he's so strong at the moment, and he does have that battle trance to use. I like that he was trying to be active, especially considering that the Darkseer can't. Usually, any support plus the Darkseer is a way to get kills, but this Darkseer is in recovery mode. He needs a couple of extra levels here. Maybe when he's level 8, I'm gonna start playing more aggressively with that hero.
Yeah, for now it's just a farmathon. He needs to get himself on the map. He needs to get himself some money coming in. We'll throw it over to net worth and see this Arc Warden pretty firmly ahead. Vtune not too far behind, and then it's a bit of a drop before we have DM and 33 battling it out for that third place. Very neck and neck on net worth right now as 33 he's got himself this Vanguard finished up, and DM he's just got those power treads, sorry, the phase boots coming out to him, and a bracer and a bottle.
Double Midas was already used by the Arc Warden, so scaling quite a bit from now. No one to pressure him or anything, so he's pretty happy. And it looks like he's going for that Treads Arc Warden, so we're not going to see the, Travels Mjolnir. Apparently, he wants to fight. No, I lied. He changed to Maelstrom. He wants to farm.
just keeping you on your toes.
Okay, so they want to get this rune here. Vtune does know about Saxa being here.
A wyvern's breath.
Yeah, they're really defending these runes pretty hard on AIP, and it looks like they will be able to defend these bottom two. Meanwhile, at top there's a bit more action going on, but Vtune's the one actually taking a fair amount of damage, but he's trying to run down Ace here. Ace just backing himself away. He's now got that clone available as well, so it's a much bigger threat to Aachen as they jump in and get themselves 2 bounty runes on the side of Aachen as well. So
yeah, that's unfortunate. The Darkseer was coming in, but he had no toe ring available. And Surge or Iron Shell to throw. I think that could be a kill on the Arc Warden.
NIP just leaving this bottom rune for a little bit, it looks like, but I'm not sure why, because they don't have any bounty. No, they don't have any bottle carriers.
Oh. Maybe they're just lazy. They're like, this force getting this. I don't want to move my... I want to keep farming. PPD, about to get level 6 here, having a pretty normal game. Just, I mean, he died once, but it was a suicide, so he doesn't even count. And they will pressure this tower now.
So again, it's Ace ahead, and then the 2 Radiant heroes, and then the 2 Dire heroes. A bit of a pattern merging again here. I feel like I really want to see some money on 33 this game. We haven't really seen it so far. Meanwhile, up at top, they're going on to DM here. They're trying to drop the damage, but he drops the boat on top of himself, trying to keep himself alive, getting that extra rum coming in. And with that Stampede, and I'm actually trying to get themselves away, but it could be their Arc Warden who's in trouble.
Oh, no.
They mess up the timing a little bit. The Torrent is completely off the mark. Ekanat tries to come in from behind, but they might just be able to grab themselves a kill. Fada chasing him down. He's got the Boundless Strike. We'll just throw it out to ensure the kill, and they do get that one. And DM also falling here as well. The Snakes from behind doing a ton of work. Boundless Strike coming into LeBron. He's got no way out of this one as well. Fada gets a double kill. This is not what you want to give this Monkey King right now.
Yeah, they lose the tower and they lose the fight.
They lose the fight, and they might even lose another tower here. I'm not sure if they've got quite the pushing potential for that. But Fata had a really rough laning phase in this Monkey King. You do not want to now turn around and give him a good laning, good mid game. Vichu nearly
Radiant's
harassed
bottom tower
in
has
mid,
fallen.
but gets himself away safely.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Does get a pretty good stack there. I mean, Distro is farmed, and he will get that Diffusal Blade, and he's a hero that doesn't care too much about the Arc Warden. He just wants to ult and get on top of him. That being said, there's a lot of...
Father okay? Oh yeah, people see it.
The creep... Oh, he doesn't have a stun. It was already used. Alright. But Distro might become a problem. Are they going for Blink on the center? So he's going straight up Crimson. He actually has the Crimson. Jeez. That's a farm center.
Yeah, Centaur
Okay.
really kind of just sitting in this bottom lane, just being a lump,
Dire's middle tower
being a
is
brick
under
wall in the
attack.
bottom lane, not letting them push in the tower, pushing out his own tower. He got his, and taking all the gold, just hoovering all up, and he's going to be joining these fights with a Crimson Guard very shortly. Still not going for the blink, which I think I would kind of like to see. Just, well, actually maybe not. I don't know. Aachen have a lot of heroes which are going to be in your face anyway.
Yeah, I think that the problem here is the Monkey King is in recovery mode for the Echo, and the Arc Warden just wants to farm. So the Blink, they don't have a hero to play around that Blink. You know, it's not like PPD can just follow up to the Hoof Stomp and do something. So I guess that's why they went Crimson Guard. No, smoke here from Aachen. They do draw the line towards the top side of the map.
Yeah, and they want to take the fight to NIP. Again, you know, it's all about taking fights in your own terms. If you can find that initiation, then you're in a good position.
That's the worst target.
That's another thing about this 5 position, isn't it? It's like, normally you're annoyed when you're going for a smoke gank and you find a 5 position. When it's an Abaddon, you just completely triggered. You're just like, oh, God damn it. I guess we're going to kill the guy anyway out of respect. But there's a lot of heroes coming in for this one. 33's on the ad line as well, but a nice Wukong's in from behind. They didn't expect this one coming down. They're going to pull down the Winter's Curse onto the Monkey King and try and get themselves away. But Vichu taking so much damage. Actually going to try and pop the ultimate, just get these stacks coming through. But Vichu, he's in some trouble turning on Saxer as well. Saxer inside the bubble though. He's got the stab click as well to hold him still with the shackles, and that's going to be a kill. But Saxer and Vichu are both falling. LeBron going down as well, and they're looking for the one, but he manages to TP himself away. But still a good fight for NIP as they take down that all-important Troll Warlord, and LeBron goes down on the Brew as well.
They end up losing, you know, the Troll, the highest net worth hero on the side of Radiant. They traded for 2 supports. I like, though, that they're playing aggressive. It was, you know, kind of unlucky that they find the Abaddon there, but still, they're moving. They're going for plays. They are at least forcing NIP to use their own cooldowns instead of just like aimlessly farming, and that is buying time for the Radiance on the Kanka. Looks like even though he didn't have the greatest lane, he's gonna go for this greedy item. I'm not sure I agree with the Radiance, but I guess that's the only way he's gonna have any impact because he doesn't have the levels, so he needs to farm.
The mischance doesn't apply on the Wukong soldiers, does it?
I think it does not. I think it does not. But
Jesus, DM.
you know, you're still tanky with your buff and walk up to people and do
Dire's
damage.
middle tower is under
That's
attack.
the plan for now. And it, you know, it does make everyone on your team also a little more resilient, right? Just because you have that radius.
You know the news. Ace is farming. No one's
He
no one's
has a-
surprised.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
They're gonna force borrow time there.
Yeah, Centaur just running down the Abaddon.
Not much you can do about it.
Centaur again now being a brick wall in the middle lane. So he's changed lanes, same strategy, different lane, just killing all the creeps, sitting in front of them and letting him get good kills to retaliate. So TPs are coming up to the top lane. They've got the Stampede on the side of NIP, sending in this clone actually. Okay, so not a real TP, just a pretend TP. But Ace Illusion is dropping fairly low here. I think the clone is just going to die, and that's 240 gold going to V-Team.
Alright. Pretty good. That is
basically a hero kill.
second to one tower. Ace though, he is pretty big.
Yeah, this is the Ace show. This is their win condition. We saw this last game on the Morphling. Ace Morphling, it's okay. Ace Arc Warden, that's the good stuff right there. Let's see what they can pull off. Monkey King coming in from behind as well. He's pumping up this Wukong's looking to roll, looking to go deep into this fight, but they're actually coming far into the front lines. Just gotta stay away from the Wukongs, and this is looking a bit awkward. They've just run forwards and killed PPD, and now looking towards 33. 33 just dragging them through the Wukong's command. They are going to run themselves in, and well, that's very underwhelming. They've actually found him. They found 33 in the trees. He's in a really bad position right now as all of the heroes on the side of Aachen are coming to kill 33. And there's even a range creep here to make sure he can't juke away as well. Just a range creep getting involved in the action as well. The boat comes down. It's going to be a long time to kill him, but they will eventually do so. Meanwhile, the bottom tower falls to snakes. And, yeah, 33, still just hanging out. What's going on, 33? Oh, not much, you guys. How about you guys? How you doing? Yeah, not too bad. Just killing you. Okay, goodbye. Jesus. About a 1-minute death there as 33 finally goes down, gets tipped for his efforts as well.
Space created. Diffusal blade available for the troll. Now he's going blink dagger, and I really like it. I think that's the best way to kill this Arc Warden. Just get that blink, get on top of him. That bubble is not gonna matter. Now the big issue here for Aachen right now is how much map control do they have to get to be able to force Roshan. They do have Vlads, so it's very easy for them to just Rosh. They just need to force Nip around the map, or get a pretty good team fight.
This clone, it's dropping low. It's got 2 seconds left on it, and VTune won't find it. That's going to be 240 gold saved by Ace.
Nice. What's the... does the ban on your scales with levels of Tempest Double?
It does.
Or is it
I believe it's 200, 240, then 300.
Okay.
PPD, yeah, playing around with Funnick a little bit here. I might be wrong with that, by the way. I'm not an Warden spammer. There goes that ultimate, just trying to buy himself some more time, buy his team some more time. Sax is coming in on the side as well. Not really sure he wants to be too involved with this. There's some more heroes teeping in on the side of NIP, though. PPD is taking this make such a long time. They're actually going to go for the Wyvern here, and they bring this guy down. They've got the double edge, they've got the stomp, and they've got the damage, and PPD is going to finish it off with the miscoil. The 5, which was being ganked, turns into the 5, which got the kill. Poetic.
Yeah, but I don't think that's worth it because they committed Stampede plus Serpent Wards for Wyvern, whereas VTune solo killed Fada Metal. So, not the greatest use of their kudos. Oh, they're going to go Roche, knowing that there's no Serpent Wards or the Primal Split. But look at the ward from NIP. That's the weirdest ward I've ever seen.
Yeah,
it actually gives vision.
Yeah, it does give them vision.
I guess unlikely to be rewarded. They know how Roche is important for Aachen.
Yeah, and I think if anybody steps maybe here-ish or here when they're trying to take Roshan, they'll probably be spotted out by this ward, so
yeah,
could be good. I mean, if we look at the vision, well, it's hard to tell now because of the spark wraith in the way, but
yeah, that's true.
Looked like it was just glimpsing into the pit a tiny little bit.
Do you remember there was a bug with Lone Druid where the bear could actually place wards inside the pit?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah. That was crazy. I think it got patched pretty quickly, but I guess I don't know, Eternal Envy or something.
Somebody did it.
Yep.
So yeah, I remember the days before the bear had mana, and then everybody went crazy when they realized you could use Soul Ring on the bear, and you could have mech bear and stuff. So, oh, this could be. Oh, they're going for the rune. The battle for the rune is actually pretty big right now. There's some shackles coming through onto the Wyvern, just trying to hold him still, but Sax is going to get a boat dropped on his face. Now the split coming out as well. 33 trying to get in. It's a nice Wukongs. There comes the Winter's Curse, just holding back the Arc Warden for the time being. They're trying to blow up Funnick. Funnick's going to get his way up onto the high ground. Ekenart's going to be the first one to die after Taxer as they follow down Funnick. Funnick is getting so low. Will finally be followed up, and a great shackles onto the Conqueror as well, setting him up. The stun comes in. The damage is in. DM just trying to turn around and maybe take down PPD with him. Will get that kill. A nice torrent as well, but it doesn't really matter. He's already dead, and the double edge will stop the illusion, finishing off Saxer as well. A great fight for NIP. Not ridiculously good, not the 5-man wipe, but definitely what they were looking for in that situation. And again, Ace, they kind of controlled him up on the sideline of the fights, and he didn't really need him, and that's kind of worrying, because if you don't need Ace for these fights, and he's covering the vast majority of your net worth, then you're in a bad position.
Yeah, I actually noticed something pretty funny in that fight. Crimson Guard was available, and the center guys was, and Abaddon died. Then center just panic uses it, and he used the chat wheel to say sorry. So I think PPD was not happy that he died because of Crimson Guard not being used. But yeah, as you said, the fights are not looking that good. It was the Radiant's debut from the Kanka. He, they dealt some decent damage, but now it's time for Nip to smoke, and they might be. No, they're not going for this Dark Suit.
No, they're making a journey into the jungle. I think this might be just a warding mission, though. Neither of them have wards, so that'd be a pretty stupid warding mission. Let's see what they can find. Funnick throwing the catapult forwards. They now get the vision. 33 trying to close the gap, but he doesn't have a blink dagger, so he can't really make the jump. Meanwhile, Saxer is just being annoyed by this iron shell catapult. If I lose the sight of him.
Oh, yes. Jesus, PPD.
That's so annoying.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah, just the singular sidebringer, and that's your ultimate.
All right. So Monkey King looks like he's going for that BKB. Pretty annoying to play versus the Kunkka. Blink might be on the way for the Centaur, and our coordinate is Giga farmed Shadow Blade Mjolnir. Ooh, smoke.
They're looking, and they might find X marks out onto 33. They're going on to the big tanky boy, though. PPD's here to try and wake him up as well. They'll try and hold him still, but they've got a lot of damage. They're just camping through onto him as the further stacks come forward. That's going to be a kill onto 33, and now, well, PPD's going to be dropped as well here. He doesn't have an ultimate to work with this time around, so they'll just leave him on the backline to go for that one. Already looking for more, though. They've got the lift up onto the Shaman. V-Tune's on happening. Nice dive from PPD. Axel holding himself still. Turns around with the shackles, but I'm pretty sure he's in a bad position right now. Trying to run himself around, looking to the trees, trying to make some space, but V-Tune flying forward, surged up with this Diffusal Blade. BKB, 10-second charge, still in the bank. Well,
this is... Oh, nice juke by Fada, but the Radiance doesn't allow him to 3-dance. Feels bad.
Fada gets picked off as well. I don't know how he ended up there, but he is definitely going to die. Hello, Roshan. Roshan, my old friend. He's been very kind to V-Tune in this series, this last series as well.
They did take top tower, though, with his Arc Warden clone. Nicely done there by Ace.
Yeah, all this time Ace is just not dying. Is that enough to really keep him in the game, though? It's starting to feel like maybe it's not.
Yeah, I think he's waiting for this, like, for this power spike where he's massive, probably a level 20 with the attack range talent. I think BKB would be amazing in this game. Usually, you know, not an item you think Arc Warden should rush. But he's already so far ahead that I think if he only has like BKB on both clones, how are they gonna kill that? I wonder if that's something he's considering.
Well, the combo comes out onto Ace at top, but he's got a Shadow Blade and just continues to re-engage into these creeps here, trying to kill them quickly. Oh, gets 2, not all 4. That's micro. DD, 33 sees it. He's gonna grab it himself. What time? When does the Arc Warden start arriving to fights then?
I mean, it really depends from game to game. Like usually, he's actually going for Orchid, so I guess that's when he has an item to kill people. It's gonna be pretty good versus the supports. Disabling the Brewmaster and the Winter's Curse could be huge, especially since he has the Shadow Blade. The problem is, how do you engage with this Arc Warden if they just group against you to push? They will have a sentry expecting you to be there. Oh, let's see that clone middle. All right.
Holding back.
Well, okay, he actually gets the Orchid here, so no buyback on Ace. This is huge. If they can find Ace now, it's going to be a problem for NIP.
Yeah, I'm not sure buyback's that important 25 minutes into the game, though.
Are you being ironic?
No.
Ah, okay.
They got tier 2s up, they're still fine, right?
Oh, detection, there you go.
Got him, he's inside the bubble. I'm ready to be proved wrong as he's got no escape from this. He's just going to get chopped down by V-Tune. This Troll Warlord is an absolute hunter. Meanwhile, on the top lane, I'm looking for a turn kill onto DM, but the illusion just doesn't have the damage.
Alright,
he's still
so...
chasing, but I'm not sure he's got enough. Spark Wraith, he's got another Flux available, but his timeout does come, and that'll be no kill onto the Kunkka. Meanwhile, the TP out in bottom, but Centaur Warrunner's caught out once again. Vici just got to pop that ulti, try and chew through him as quickly as possible, and he'll just sit there and laugh as he waits for death.
Alright, a lot of good pickoffs. They are not really pressuring the lanes that much, but I guess they might be able to get the mid-tier 2 tower if they stay around middle here. There's still a tier 1 bottom, so there's a lot of map control that they can acquire, but it seems to be like left open. NIP, they don't have buyback on this Arc Warden. He doesn't look ready to fight. So looks like they're just gonna keep losing towers here.
Yeah, this is getting sketchier and sketchier for NIP as time goes on. They still have that gold advantage, but I mean, the Arc Warden is just not feeling like he's having much game impact.
Yeah, he can split push waves, and you know they were able to take all of the other towers besides the mid one. But like eventually you're gonna have to fight, and since he went for this Orchid, now it's going to be a while until he has like money for whatever item he's going for.
The top is coming. The push at top though it's going to be much quicker, and they're going to get to high ground. Saxa's leading the charge as well. He's got the snakes. Should he want to drop them, he's going to make it to the high ground here. Snake's going to be dropped. They've got the orb as well. With this clone, it's going to be taking a lot of damage up onto this high ground right now. Ace, he's looking for Econat. He really wants to find this kill on his illusion, but he gets slowed right the way down, and the clone will fall. Meanwhile, down at bottom, we have a fight going on. We have a hell of a fight. They've actually left one behind. Funnick gets caught sleeping. NIP. They give him the old 1-2, send someone to top, and then when they all run away, pick off the slow one. Like a pack of wolves.
17 HP on the tower. 17.
Yikers.
So close.
I mean, do you really just maybe deny this? No.
Nah, I'm gonna open up the shrines.
Yeah.
Just force a look at the Arc Warden.
Clone. Yeah, they knew he was going to try this. They knew he was going to try this. That's really nice. And now the 300 gold comes out for those illusions, so they've been worth even more. Probably, honestly, more than PPD. Like, I think you'd rather kill a clone than PPD at this stage.
For sure. For sure. It's way easier to kill the clone, actually, just because, you know, there's no borrow time. All right. The Aegis was avoided. It has about 30 seconds of duration, so that was a good job by NIP. That push was a great play. Now, that's, I think, the time for them to start fighting. I think they have BKB on the Monkey King, as they do. The only thing that they lack, I guess, is some fighting items on the Arc Warden, but at least just send the clone, and the main hero just split pushes another lane.
I mean, that's the thing. I feel like NIP don't really have any team fight spells. They've got, like, Stampede, and they've got Wukongs. Beyond that, it's feeling very lackluster from them, and these aren't spells which can win you a fight. Meanwhile, Funnick, hello?
Yeah, that was a weird death. He was running away from a projectile. Unfortunately, he did not miss, and he died.
Oh, okay. Well, rest in peace.
Yeah, that was just a clone. I mean, the Arc Warden is strong.
Saxa, he's got the blink dagger. Does he go for it? The madman, he's actually going to go for it. He's going for the tower. No, he's actually going for the... What the hell? He blinked away.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right. Have some snakes, guys. Have some snakes. But they're actually going... Ooh, they get the jump onto the Brewmaster here. He's trying to get the ultimate off, but they've got him locked down, and they're easily going to find that kill. Now they get the torrent out. Only catches one. PPD is going to tear Centaur apart. JK does nothing. And now the X comes out. It's BKB from Fada, BKB from V-Tune. It's BKB's at dawn. Fada needs to run away from this 1v1. He's not going to win that. There's a TP in coming in as LeBron's brought back into this one. He's going to have that split available as well. Fada with a Stampede trying to run himself away. I think they need to disengage from this fight right now. The tower is still up, by the way. No one's come to kill the tower. Meanwhile,
it was so close.
PPD
they have this lane ward
with DM, and he's going to grab that kill. Ace, the clone as well, being hunted a little bit here. They need more damage than this if they want to try and bring this guy down there.
All right.
We'll survive. Minus was off cooldown though, so that doesn't feel too great. DM with the DD. Ace, though, he's thinking about it. He's going to go for this kill, and he needs a couple more of these hits to land. He's missing so much up this hill. DM is actually going to survive this one. Now can maybe look for the turnaround, but he's actually got the clone instead. Brewmaster's taking some hits. Ace trying to get over to the bouncy rune, but he needs to get away from V-Tune. But with 33 coming in, they're going to have the lockdown. Just hold it back for the time being. They don't have Stampede for another 48 seconds. Ace is going to have to do this one on foot. They surge him forwards. The double edge comes through. Ace has the Shadow Blade as well, so they just turn onto the Centaur instead. The root comes in immediately. 33 probably going to get balled down under this tower, still trying to make it a little bit harder, running to the tree. Stomp comes out, V-Tune dodges it, and he's been still surged up, and he's going to find that kill. They're going to try and bring down the tower, but through the backdoor protection, and will be absolutely successful in doing that. Meanwhile, 17 HP, still loving it. There's a new 17%, like a 17% you never miss, and 17 HP you never die.
Huh. You could be onto something here. You want to bet if this tower is ever going to fall?
Yeah, go on then. Go on then. I bet you a lovely hat that the tower is not going to fall.
All right, bias caster. I don't know. I don't know how to speak English anymore. Sorry, but I do appreciate a hat. Thank you very much. And I think I don't know. like an NIP, they still hold the gold advantage, but they're just struggling on how to 5 versus 5. Like, I guess you mentioned that you think they don't have a lot of team fight. I think that if they just smoke with their team, like, you have a lot of initiation, right? You have Bayon on the strike, you have Hoof Stomp, Aether lands on the Shadow Shaman. They have Blink on the Shadow Shaman as well.
That's true.
But they've been playing pretty passive.
Can't argue with that. It's been kind of just waiting for Ace to farm game, and now he's super farmed, and they're still just waiting for things to happen. Yeah, I'd like to see a bit of activity inside of NIP.
All right, so
smoke from Aachen right now. They've got it on the brew.
And Roshan is about to spawn. They need 14 seconds. Let's see if they're gonna get lucky. I think they will.
That's a very quick Roche spawn.
Oh, but it was scouted.
Looking for it. Was it seen? It looks like everybody's scattering from the area. I think it was seen.
Yeah, they have this mid ward.
Radiant are scanning.
All right, so Aachen gonna be. But that's the thing. Like, I feel like if they just set up here on the high ground, surely with the Wukongs, with a Stampede, with a Boundless Strike, they get that kill. But they're actually setting up under their tier 2. 33 maybe baiting a bit, but they got the Vasher. Oh, they bring them both down immediately, and there's a Witch's Curse coming through, but it's only catching the Abaddon and the Monkey King once again. But the Monkey King being held still is pretty good as he's getting those further stacks onto him. Vada is now naked. The BKB is gone, trying to fight up into the Troll Warlord, but he's just not doing enough damage to the guy. But there's a Shackles coming in from Saxa. Vada trying to run himself away. Ekenheart still chasing up onto the high ground. He's just trying to finish off with the right clicks. Winter Wyvern, is he really going to take this kill? No, he's not. He's got to back himself away. Vichi's running forward, but he's finished off. Ace is doing the damage. Look at Ace just coming through on the backlands. Phonic now being hit up as well. The Hex comes through. They get that one, and now the Shackles out onto the Brewmaster. 33 is on top of him. The double edge going to chop apart the Panda. Meanwhile, Fada on the high ground, trying to find someone else. They have already lost this fight. 4 heroes dead. Roshan is looking very sexy in his pit right now, luring NIP in to join him in his little den, and they will certainly take the bait. In they go, and there is no way that Aachen to defend this one. They are going to lose his Aegis, and possibly a little bit more.
Yep, they also lost the tier 1 top tower, the tier 3 top tower. Looks like I'm not gonna get any hats today because it's exposed.
Damn it.
Oh boy.
DM, he's got to be a little bit cautious. He did this last game as well, where he went for the Lotus Orb just to purge stuff off. Purges are really good right now.
Yeah, that is the way that they fought there. You know, they actually got a glimpse of the heroes on P and mid tier 2 tower, but they were so nicely positioned. Even though they were able to waste the BKB of the Monkey King with the Winter's Curse, it was not enough. And now, tier 2 towers are going to fall. Looks like Nip, they have all it takes.
Featuring is letting us know very fervently that Shadow Shaman is missing. Stasis alone just up onto the high ground, dishing damage to everybody here really, and then times out. And that's that shrine going down.
Alright.
Should have denied the tower, that's all I'm saying.
So yeah, Bloodthorn available here for the Arc Warden. Sadova is going to be next, but maybe they're not going to need it because they're already going high ground here. Monkey King in position.
Yeah, trying to go for a bit of a wraparound play. Did I hear snakes? I certainly did. Ace Illusion is buffed up by these snakes now.
No buyback control, by the way. Guys.
Struggling to get into this one. Well, they will hex himself, and now the curse comes out, but again, it's just one hero caught inside these curses. 2-man curses, but now with the torrent, with the boat, it's a fair amount of damage. Wetting them back as well. Saxo trying to run himself away. 33, though, seems to be trapped, and Saxo is going to be brought down as well. NIP already giving up on this one. Meanwhile, Fada jumping through the trees. He was just trying to get in. I mean, they got the melee barracks. That's kind of a win for them. It cost them their 3 in their 4 position. DPD gets himself out. Luckily, there's no stuns on LeBron.
No, that's
the Ace clone. It's going on to the Wyvern here. Wyvern is dead. Ace is going to find the pick off.
Yikes.
Yikers. Yep.
That is a scary Arc Warden Tempest double.
Certainly is. They're also picking out V-Tune in the bottom lane. I don't think they can go for this one though. Fata on the high ground. They might be seen by Phonic. I'm not too sure. They've suddenly got the ward on him.
Yeah, this was a... I mean, Phonic played pretty well. There were a lot of clutch walls, but I think the fact that he had such a rough landing stage is really been a problem to him. Like, if you check the Darkseer, he's level 17. The Shadow Shaman on Nip is level 16. He has a decent amount of net worth. He's not that far behind the center. But Darkseer is a hero that farms a lot, right? You do expect him to be ahead of the center.
Yeah, it's very unusual. So we'll see if he can come into this game a little bit more. He's been having some good plays, as you mentioned. A huge vacuum in the last fight, but he doesn't really have the items. I mean, he's got himself Crimson Guard. I appreciate that he's put the Helm of the Dominator above the Crimson Guard. That's very important. Inventory management. Got to make the little man.
That's true. But that means he also has feet at the same height of his head. Isn't that weird?
It's a little bit strange, but we'll forgive.
All right, so dire scan here. Not gonna find anyone. The Aegis still up for a... Wait, did they lose the Aegis? No, they didn't. So still up for a minute and a half. Let's see if they're gonna try and use this. This is really like the most important time for Aachen. They have to be careful. Ideally, you don't want to get into any fights because all of the cooldowns on Nip are reset. So if you fight now, you're choosing to fight at a disadvantage. I think you should only...
Yeah. 1 minute until the Aegis as well. Like, if you can just wait this out, it's absolutely perfect for them. But NIP, they're marching towards its high ground, and they are marching with intent.
Yeah, the Shadow Shaman is not there. Interesting. But I guess he can just blink. Gonna be there in no time. Let's see.
The Sparkray is throwing out that bubble as well. Look at this Tempest double go, and he's going to throw down the Bloodthorn onto DM here. He's going to fall forced to pop the BKB. That's not a good situation for him. He throws down everything pretty much, except for the boat. All his items now on cooldown. Luckily, Lotus Orb, it's very short.
Do you have a lot of lag?
No.
Oh, okay. I cannot watch anything.
Okay, well, the stun comes in onto LeBron. Nothing really kicking off for now. 33 slowed, but does have the Yules to cancel out the combo. He's just picked up this Yule Scepter, which is really key. And again, in comes a Tempest double. Whack down that bubble, get damage on the tower. Aachen, you need to do something about this. Your base is falling apart. They've got the smoke up. Look at Akhenaten looking for the rotation, looking for some kind of Winter's Curse. He's going to go in deep and try and find it onto the Arc Warden, but it doesn't really matter. Vtune going in deep, though. He's trying to get it. Now the vacuum into the wall. They're looking to get them down. And Sax is just going to drop just like that. 33 as well in some trouble. He pops the cheese. Now the Yules comes out onto him. Meanwhile, fired up front behind. Going to stun up a bunch of heroes trying to get to the tree. Will be able to dodge out that instant of damage and jump through the tree. He's going to get the TP away, though. He needs to buy a TP from the shrine. Does do so. Now going for the TP whilst being hit by the fountain, but it gets him out all the same. Meanwhile, and Centaur is still being chased, and Ace is actually doing a ton of damage with that Tempest double from the side here, trying to grab LeBron, trying to find DM, trying to find anybody who's grabbed himself some kills, and they will be able to find one. 33 is eventually going to fall, though. Bit of a rough high ground push for NIP. They get the tower, they don't get any damage onto the buildings, onto the barracks, very little in fact, and that is unfortunately going to be them losing 2 heroes, but they take the brew, and they didn't lose Fada somehow, despite that crazy jump basically into the fountain.
Yeah, it was pretty good of Aachen. They like waited as much as possible so that the Aegis was over. They decided to fight. Ended up being pretty good for them. The Troll now has that MKB, so he doesn't care about the bubble. But this Arc Warden is just immense. I don't even know like what's the right item to go for in this game. On side of Aachen, I mean, to handle this Arc Warden, there's like so many things you need. You need a Lotus Orb. You do need Crimson Guard, which they actually, they do have it on the box here.
Yeah, he's got that as well.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah, they're just going for Lotus Orbs, like mass Lotus Orbs, in order to purge off all these effects which the Arc Wardens are putting on. Kunkka caught out a little bit here in the middle lane, but Clone by himself can't really seem to do enough to bring him down.
Yeah, the Shivas is pretty good too.
On the bottom Saxa, he's found Akhenaten here. Fada's coming in as well. He's got the Boundless Strike, brings it down, and that is going to be the Wyvern dead. Meanwhile, Brute thrown up into the air. He's got split in 4 seconds. He's going to have it now, so no initiation from NIP onto him. But they've taken down the Wyvern for quite a while. No buyback onto Akhenaten either, so there's a real possibility for NIP to take to the high ground once again, and they are absolutely going to use this. They do not need to wait for Roshan.
Yeah, they don't have Serpent Wards, but they're gonna try and go anyway.
This curse has been the main setup for these huge back walls. which Funnick keeps getting.
Yeah. The vac into the curse is also pretty good, right? Because you can place more heroes to attack whoever you curse.
Tune again, just bungee cording into oh, they cancel it out. The X is going to be a problem. BKB has to be popped from V-Tune here, and he's just going to try and march himself back to base. LeBron trying to defend 20 seconds until this weapons up. They even throw down the wall just to try and hold them back. Brew, though, he's hexed up. Is this really worth it, I'm wondering? Like, it's 13 seconds till the Wyvern's up, but you've now thrown down another huge cooldown in order to try and make space for this Wyvern.
I guess they did defend, but yeah, definitely another costly defeat. 10,000 gold for an IP, no map control whatsoever. Luckily for Aachen, that's a almost 3-minute respawn timer, so they do have time to start pushing those lanes back to regroup. Kunkka did get a level 35. I think it's been a while already. How many 25s do we have? So not very just yet. Our Quadrant has the spark rate damage.
This load sword was finding such value. I think you need a nullifier on the side of Ace.
Yeah, it's insane if he gets it. I guess he would have to backpack the travels or the Silver Edge though. He's insanely farmed.
Yeah, he's got a lot of money. Sold its Midas a while ago even. Before he got the Moon Shard, which I often finds interesting.
Okay.
Radiant's
Smoke.
bottom barracks.
Fighting
Just
anyone?
popping some smokes, as many as he can, throwing down a couple of spells as well. You know, down at bottom, they're actually going to commit the snakes with the bubble here as well. They've got the Fortify on the side of the Radiant, but they're going to hold on to it for the time being. Another 4-star in from Ace. It's Illusion really trying to get to work onto the Darkseer. Darkseer gets under the tier 4s and gets himself away. Meanwhile, on the backside of the fight, they actually use the split to try and hold down the Shadow Shaman. Shaman could be in some trouble. He's just getting beaten down by LeBron. The boat coming in, starts to make his way through the tree. There's a stun beach trying to keep him alive. Sacks are into the trees. He's going deep, but they're actually going to find him in here. LeBron should get this kill solo, but meanwhile, they've already managed to take in the barracks. The snakes have gone to work. V-Tune now looking for the Centaur Warrunner as the Wukongs comes out and lags everybody out, but 33 dropped immediately. Fada trying to fight up into this one, but I don't think he can. They've also got the Hex off onto the Arc Warden. This is a real deal. He's up onto the high ground trying to TP himself away. He's the Tempest double, but they're just closing the gap. They've got that BKB. They've got the damage out onto him as well. X marks his back, and V-Tune takes down Ace. Aphonic does die in response. Fada trying to get some snipes in from behind, but he's not going to be able to do so. He's looking to try and get himself up to the trees, but the damage from Mechanite, it keeps coming through. He just needs to cancel it. Even going to use Winter's Curse to try and keep him still. DM now in position for an easy torrent into the boat. Fada should be falling here. He's got no BKB. He's got no way to survive this one. He's just going to turn around and try and bump into Akanat a little bit there, but he's got the Cold Embrace, and that is going to be Fada dying as well. NIP lose 4 heroes, buyback on their Centaur, and it's still not enough. They do take the barracks though. They hurt the base, and if they don't have to buy back from this, then they should be relatively happy with it.
Yeah, they're gonna have to decide if they want to buy back to contest Roshan, or if they're gonna give it away, knowing that they already have 2 lanes of barracks. They're gonna run. Ooh, if he stays, you gotta have faith, bro. You gotta have faith. Oh my god. Oh. There you go.
He believed. He believed.
Okay, so I'm not sure they are aware of this. NIP for now, not scouting this Roshan. Even if they are aware, they think that it's just better to give the ages away. You know, buying back, using your buyback is just a huge win condition that you give away. So
yeah, but this game's gonna go on a lot longer now.
Yeah.
Now a Refresher Shard, possibly for the Wyvern. LeBron's picking up for the time being.
Okay.
I might even like to see on the Kunkka, honestly.
E-Blade Kunkka. Interesting.
Just DM things.
Yeah, can protect whoever, whatever support gets hexed or before. That is pretty good.
He's just gonna jump in and grab up these creep waves here with that. This is annoying. He's now Ethereal Blade. He can't get his right click damage off. But looks over to the Kunkka anyway, and there's a load of soul just to purge it all off. Ace Illusion still chasing me. One in the middle lane. PPD might find himself meeting a nasty fate here as I've got that AoE surge just sending in V-Tune flying over towards Abaddon. Abaddon's going to pop that ulti pretty early on. Meanwhile, Sax are coming in from the high ground trying to save his captain, but I don't think there's any saving to be done here, although it's going to throw down the snakes onto V-Tune, but they can just surge him out of that one. PPD's got to get himself away, but Nazal Wukong's in a perfect position. They need to get themselves away from this. They're trying to jump down the Dark Seer as quickly as possible. Funnick getting low, and he is going to fall. Meanwhile, they're also looking towards the V-Tune as well. He's going to lose his first life with this one. This is really messy. DM finally getting into this one. Meanwhile, it's Winter's Curse just onto one. Not really doing a whole lot right now as Kunkka taking some damage, but they've got this clone locked down. The clone is not going to be an issue as they look towards 33. Instead, Saxa killed off 33 in a really bad position. He's got the blink, can't use it. Now he's stuck. V-Tune just chopping away. Chop, chop, chop. And down he goes. They're looking for more. Ace, what are you doing here? He's going to force himself away, but the X marks is onto him. He's going to get lifted up into the air and surrounded by these Radiant heroes. Aachen City Esports Club, sure, probably going to find this kill here as they vacuum him back for a second time. That is going to be Ace dead. Down goes Saxa as well for a second time. And PPD's side. I was trying to get something done here. PPD actually manages to get the TP away. There was not an X marks on time.
That is huge. They have the creeps here. They're gonna force every buyback they have. I mean, only one buyback that they have. This could be GG for NIP. They don't have buyback on 2 heroes for 1 minute.
They go for the tier 4s. They go for the jugular. I mean, I know Aachen City Esports Club. I feel like they certainly will. And then they go, going deep, going for the captain. PPD doesn't have this borrowed time off cooldown just yet. He is going to drop, does have the buyback, and he's going to throw it out immediately. Ace needs to defend with these illusions. He's got the bubbles. This can buy them the time they need. They go back for the barracks, realizing that this might not happen. However, if they can get a kill onto Ace, and that would certainly be great. They're going to bring down the illusion at least. Meanwhile, the Wukong's on from the behind. They're diving deep onto Ace right now. Ace going all the way back into the base. Meanwhile, Fada gets a kill onto Ekenhart, but they are just diving into the fountain right now. They get the second kill on PPD. DM happy to just take the fountain hits right now.
Tier 4's bottom though. Tier 4's bottom are falling.
They're coming in. The creeps. The creeps. Aachen City, you need to be aware of this. Ace, he doesn't have the boots to travel. The ancient DM comes in to try and defend it though. He's going to be able to hold for now, but now they leave Fada. Fada just trying to juke them around, trying to buy as much time as possible. They have defended from the creeps with the Kunkka. Fada might be in trouble as well now as BKB has ended, and with it, his life will certainly fall. They're going back towards those tier 4s, but there are no creeps. They've got the backdoor protection. NIP, they're holding on to this game and actually giving themselves a real win condition as well, as the ancient is now exposed for Aachen City. Funnick, well, he's going to try and throw down the vacuum to buy himself a little bit more time, but Fada gets the Jingu and Fada has the damage. Ace gets the kill. Meanwhile, Saxa's finding an extra one. This is LeBron as well. Not a huge target, but I mean, he's still a target all the same, and NIP will take anything they can get right now. I say that, he's actually got 125 seconds. He died back into this game.
Oh my god. Alright, so it's time for Nip to try and close this out. They do have a glyph on the side of Aachen, but it's like 2 minutes of no Brewmaster and a minute and a half of Darkseer. Oh, they do clear the wave though. That's pretty
I just want to point out that Kunkka has got money for a Divine Rapier, and there are creeps next to the shop. He would not have buyback if he went for this. But I feel like right now in the situation you're in, is something you just got to go for. But NIP, they're smoking up. They're looking for the initiation onto Aachen City. Whatever happens next, I mean, Aachen City have played a wonderful game of Dota and given us an amazing series versus NIP. But NIP looking for the hunt right now. They're waiting for PPD to come and join them. He's going to TP to the shrine and start making his way over. They want every single man they can get for this high ground aggression as they put Spark Race litter the ground with them. Oh, Aachen, they nearly had the victory. Did they get greedy going for those tier 4s there?
No, I think that oh, wait, what the hell?
Snake's being used onto the Ancient. Well, they're feeling brave, and Saxa's actually just dropped straight up, and now they're going to have to use the ultimate just to hold the Monkey King still, but the Ancient's taking damage. They need to do something about this. Ace is just going to work. They need to chase off these illusions right now. The Snakes, the Tempest double, Ace himself, they're all getting to work on this Ancient. They're just trying to juke him around. They don't have the capacity to stop this. NIP have won. There's no way they can do about this. It doesn't matter that V-Tunes just killed Fada because the Ancient explodes, and NIP take a victory in what was one of their hardest wins so far.
Whew, this game was very high octane. I think, you know, it's hard to harp on anything, but when they were pushing the tier 4s, I think that was the right call. But when the Kunkka came back, he actually forgot to X himself. I think that, you know, with the duration of the X, he would be able to hold the creeps enough so that he deals with everything. But since he was stuck there and it took him too long to buy travels, everyone was dead. He didn't come back, and I think that was probably the biggest issue. I do believe that going for tier 4s was the option, though.
Easy to say in hindsight, but yeah.
Yeah.
Divine Rapier was also picked up on V-Tune, by the way. Missed that looking at the Kunkka instead.
Okay.
So that's how he was able to bring down Fada so quickly on his own. But yeah, just got peeled off the fight by Fada. I mean, he was absolutely fine dying in that situation if he can get the Troll Warlord away from the danger. And that was absolutely what he managed to do. So Fada with a unconventional Monkey King and DM with an unconventional Kunkka, but absolutely going to work on both those heroes.
Yeah, they played so well. A couple of mistakes here and there, but very entertaining Dota. And, you should watch out for Aachen. They're still in the qualifiers, obviously, but, these guys are pretty good. You got to give it to them.
I mean, they've managed to take down NIP. They're a team which have placed top 6 at the major. Certainly a top-tier team, and Aachen City took them to the very, very edge. 3 very long games, very close games, and an awesome series to watch. So Aachen City going to be a huge competitor and one which everybody is kind of looking out for in these playoffs. But that does put an end to things here. That is going to be the very last game we have on this channel. Congratulations to Aachen City Esports, to Ninjas in Pyjamas taking this top seed, and to Aachen City as well. They both make it through to the playoffs and get a chance of making it to the minor.
All right.
And that's going to be it from us. My name's been Nomad. He's been Bowie. If you have enjoyed the cast, then please do throw us a follow on Twitter or shove our information in the chat. I do hope you did. And if not, then you can always let us know why. But we're going to be back tomorrow with plenty more EU action as we cover the one of the semi-finals games and then the lower bracket. All the rest of the action will be happening on Beyond the Summit 1. So make sure you keep up to date. Get on that Liquidpedia page. Follow the games you want to see. And we'll see you then. Goodbye.